Holy moly, guys. This morning is crazy. Hang tight with me. Working through all this stuff. Holy jeez. So, my plan was to get up about an hour before this and get ready, and that didn't happen at all. I woke up about 10 minutes ago. So, there's two live streams for the day until I can delete it. Oh my goodness, the caffeine has not kicked in yet. But guys, there's some crazy stuff that's dropping today. We were on last night for a couple hours with Keith Finstead, Ryan Beverland, Billy, however you say his last name, with the Trollvo, and Chuck, and yeah, and we talked all kinds of stuff. We talked lists. We talked. It was 2 hours of Dragon Drive friends hanging out. It was really fun. But today, Daily Dose of Dragon Drive number 11, y'all. This is the update you've been waiting for, right? I've been working on lists like crazy all week. Okay, Billy Gebhardt's, all of the stuff, all the Gebhardt family donated all of Billy's previous stats that he had been gathering from all of Hot Rod Drag Weeks, like 2005 until now. I went in and updated. We're dropping what I'm calling the Billy Gebhardt Hot Rod Drag Week all-time modified PA or modified power adder and naturally aspirated lists. So those are two separate lists. We're dropping those today. Tomorrow we'll drop Pro Street power adder and naturally aspirated list. Again, these are complete lists. Everybody that's ever finished that event or ever finished a Hot Rod Drag Week in that class from 2005 until 2021. The reason we started with those, I talked to Dale Gebhardt, which is Billy's brother, and he said that those were Billy's favorite classes of those. I'm working through the all-time fastest list. I think I'll probably do the fastest 100 of all time. It's pretty crazy. There's a ton of 6-second cars on that. I mean, the amount of information that Billy has is absolutely insane. I've said that a whole bunch, but it's really, really cool to be able to go back and look at all that stuff. And it's making me want to grab previous Rocky Mountain Race Week years and all that, and just kind of keep building out these lists as I get time and ability. Now that we've finally got our, fastest 100 and the top 25 for 2021 and 2022 together as well. But we've got all of that ready. I will tell you, if you are on the 9-second top 25 for 9-second top 25 for 2021 and 2022, that list is fixing to disappear. Okay, we're taking it off because all of those folks are also on the fastest 100 list for both years right now. The 10-second top 25 for 2022 list is going to go away as well because we're still in 10-second times for 2022 with Joel Clark's 10.18 that he finished Sick Week with for 2022. So we're going to take that. We're going to pull that list off. So if you are on the top 25 for 9 or 10-second cars, if your friends are on there, you need to tell them to go get that screenshot right now because those lists are going to go away until after. I would think the we'll be out of 10-second cars on the fastest 100 list after Rocky Mountain Race Week happening end of June, which makes me think of something. So here's why the stats to me are really neat. So I was looking yesterday, and it made me wonder how the list would have broken down throughout last year because of what we're fixing to come into for this year right now. Okay. So I jumped up and got to looking. What really made me think of it was how much is the list going to change between now and after Rocky Mountain Race Week at the end of June for the fastest 100. Okay. So I basically redid the fastest 100 list and broke it down how the events happened throughout the year. Midwest Drags had 40 cars that are sub 10, that are sub Joel Clark's number of 10,188. Okay, that's his average for 6 week. So 40 cars for Midwest Drags were on the fastest 100. So you now have theoretically 40 cars, 40 car placements that are going to be populating the fastest 100 list. Rocky Mountain Race Week had 22 cars, so now you have 62 cars. So I was like, how did the list, because that's what's going to change. Let's say there's 70 cars from those two events that will happen by mid-June, by end of June, that are going to do the list shakeup. Okay, that's 60 cars out of 100 that are going to change it. 70 cars out of 100 that are going to push. Now, will that push 70 cars off the list? Probably not, but it'll probably push. Well, I mean, I guess it will push 70 cars off the list. So if you start thinking about that, like, what does the new time look like? What is the new cutoff for the fastest 100? What's that number? What are you going to have to run to get that number? Okay. 2021, after Midwest Drags and Rocky Mountain Race Week, the fastest 100 number was Hank Kronk at a 10,871, okay, on his Rocky Mountain Race Week. That was when he put ice on the engine to make it like 200 miles. So now here's where this is cool to me. 10,871 cut the list last year after Race Week, after Rocky Mountain, okay? We are already at a 10.18. So we're already 7/10 faster average for the fastest 100. Okay. After Hot Rod Drag Week, that dropped to a 9.7 with Jeffrey Mall, 4-door Nova, super cool car. So complete second drop after Drag Week. And then the last event of last year was Race Week, and it dropped it to a 9.2 of Rich Guido, or 9.3. I think Rich had a 9.3. Y'all, that's what is so cool to me. Is like, what are we gonna see? So here's where that conversation is going. The top 100 bump spot. That's exactly right. From Duck Hunter TV. We have worked with Summit Racing. I'm building out a form right now to where Summit, you're going to be able to guess what the 100 bump spot is. Okay. So for the folks that pay attention to Daily Dose of Drag and Drive, you're getting in on this information early. I'm not putting this out to the public, okay, for a couple weeks. Probably I want to get the site built. I want to test it. But you're going to be able to guess the 100 bump spot. What is that number going to be? How, like, you're going to be able to put it into a form, name, email address, so we can tell you when you win, and your guess on the number, okay? Super simple form. I think it's going to be really cool to see how that grows over the years, because you have to think, are we going to see like an 8.7, an 8.8? Is that going to be the bump spot? Is it going to be a 9.1254? And I think with having the 4 digits after the decimal, I think it's going to be, it's going to allow a lot of folks the ability to do that. The hardest part is we're writing it to where you can only guess once per name. Okay. And it'll be kind of on an honor system. I mean, let's not go wild here and get crazy. It's $100 Summit gift card. Thank you so much to Summit Racing for dropping that money. I mean, they didn't have to do that. That's really cool. And I think that's what we're going to do with all this list stuff. It's going to be having a lot of fun. So you guys hear it first. Daily Dose of Drag and Drive, 100 bump spot, $100 gift card. You're going to get to guess. You guys will be the first round of people that get to guess on the Daily Dose of Drag and Drive that watches this. I'll probably put it down in the comments of this one, and then we'll do a number 12 on Sunday, and then again on 13 on Tuesday. I think that's kind of my schedule. I think it's going to work well. It gives me time to gather all the info. List politics. Here's the the struggle with putting this together is you have to make sure, one, your information is good, and then two, you're not overloading. We didn't want 2 spots taken up by the same racer, okay, on any list, okay? So here's how the early list rule goes. The same car can't be on 2 lists during the same year, okay? Your fastest average will always be on its corresponding list. Like Greg Jones is why this is written. Okay, Greg Jones, I'm talking to you, bud. He's number 6 on the 2021 top 25 12-second list with his, I think this is 120146. And then he won the 13-second index class at Race Week or at Rocky Mountain. And that would have also put him on the top 25 13-second list. I don't know about you guys, but we want as many unique racers as possible on these lists, right? So being that Greg ran a 12:01 at Race Week, his fastest time is going to populate whatever list he's going to land on. Okay. I feel like this is boring to you guys, but anyways, I've got to lay it out, and I'm working on a way to write this out. So Greg is populated on the 12-second list for 2021. I'm sure he'll end up on the 12 or 13-second list for 2022 as well. But you can't be on 2 lists at the same time. Fastest 100 list will trump everything, even if we stay in the 10s, which I doubt we will. So that's why the 9 and 10-second lists are going away for 2022 so far. Now they will, the 10-second list will certainly be back after Midwest Drags, which I'm going to. And so Friday night after awards, I'll go back to the hotel. I'll update the list. We'll literally have real-time data right then of who is now in the bump spot. Okay. And the top 25, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14-second classes. We'll be able to have those as well. Maybe not 10s. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be close. I'm really interested to see how the list shakes up. Event updates. The Circuit 2022, Mocan, April 8th, 15 days from right now. 15 days. Okay. Is it running across the bottom of the screen? Nope. Hang on. Let me do this because this is, let's see. Come on. There we go. Sorry, 16 days. And then thank you to Nick Scarjo. He sent that Street Machine Drag Challenge is starting Friday in Australia. So that's super cool. I'm excited to see those guys run around. I've sent an email to them. I haven't got one back yet about who we can follow to see the most info on that stuff. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Right now, I've been following Street Machine Mag on Instagram, just trying to get as much info as I can. Tons of cool stuff. You guys know I love the Australian car culture. It's going to be over the top. Anyways, the Circuit 2022, 16 days from now, we've got 2 8th mile classes, 3 quarter mile classes. It is the first regional drag and drive event that we'll start gathering info from. And again, we're going to do for regional events, we're going to do fastest 50. Fastest 50, and then that will the circuit will start the 8th mile fastest 25 list. I don't know, fastest 25, maybe. If we can have more than 200 people show up in a 8th mile class, I'll run it to 50. But right now for 2021, there were only 138, so we're doing the fastest 25. 2021, Boo Kwamso won the 8th mile class with a 5.7. He's got a new power plant, but he doesn't know if he'll make it in time. Brad Phillips won True Radial, which is a hard tire class, like a 250 treadwear or higher, in his Barbie Fun Time Fairmont with a 10.5 quarter mile. He has a new power plant. I don't know if either of those guys are going to make it and follow up on their wins. I will tell you the circuit event is pretty small. We've only got 20 or 30 cars or something like that. What's up, Jonathan Stonecipher? Jeff Kirchick, yep, real-time data. Not like sick week, still waiting on that DYO 3rd place correction. Yeah, so it will be real-time. We're probably not going to run averages throughout the week, but we'll be keeping you guys updated for sure. And then at the end of the week, Friday night, boom, we're hitting it hard. I'm going to be up till however late it takes for me to update the list so we can see that, because Rocky Mountain is 2 weeks behind, or a week and a half behind that. So they start that Monday, the 18th. And so, it ends on the 10th. So 8 days. All right. Let's see. So I've got a note here, working on something special after Rocky Mountain Race Week. I really want to do for the guys that are coming in now, there's going to be a way for you to guess the fastest 100 bump spot, as Duck Hunter TV said earlier. I want to figure out a way to do that maybe mid-year too, but I've got to get on it right now because we're such a short time between now and then. So we're building out a form. I'll have that sorted by probably the end of next week, maybe the week after that. Let's see. 100, speaking of 500. Oh, yeah. And being that Jonathan Stone Cipher is in here, I'll go ahead and drop the news. He has committed to providing a trophy for the number 100 racer at the end of the year. So that's pretty cool. Midwest Drags updates. It starts in 74 days. It's crazy that when you say 74 days, that's short. It feels like less than 3 months. 78 days we'll have, again, 2021, 40 cars changed the list. 40. That's insane. Two-time champions coming back, see if they can three-peat. Terry Miller, Clark Rosenstengel. And right now, based on what I have found and the information that was available to me, is that's kind of a little bit of the struggle I'm running into with all of the drag and drive folks, is there's not really nobody is gladly giving information to me. So Clark Rosenstengel is the fastest guy on Midwest Drags as of right now. We were trying to needle Michael Borgren with the Volvo into coming, and I don't think he's going to be able to make it just because of the timing, and I think he's going to Drag Week as well. Mickey Thompson if you win your class, Mickey Thompson Tires will pay your entry fee for 2023. Both of those guys are on Mickey Thompson. So that's kind of neat. I hope they can three-peat. Hope they can get their stuff paid for and just automatically be back into Midwest Drags. If you don't know, Midwest Drags is still open. They still have spots available. 10.5 or faster. Submit your application to see if you can get in. Race Week registration should be, I would think we're getting, Race Week, AKA 2.0 registration should be this week. I would think we're probably, an email today or tomorrow. I know June and Matt were on vacation last week, so I'm hoping that we get that email today. I've been I've been refreshing my laptop all morning, all last night. I say all morning. I've been up about 30 minutes now. All last night, I was up till about 1 o'clock working on some list stuff. If Race Week sells out, which it should in probably not in 6 minutes, probably 3.14 minutes, Midwest Drags will be the only major drag and drive left that you can get into. Okay. If you were not a returning, so Race Week, 325, 9 a.m., 8 a.m. Mountain Time, registration opens. Okay. So tomorrow morning, registration opens to returning 2021 Race Week competitors. The public registration, if there's any spots available, which there should be, public registration is Saturday morning at 8 a.m. No, sorry, tomorrow 8 a.m. to noon. Returning Race Week competitors, early registration. If you are a 2021 competitor, you can do your 2022 early registration. Non-participants. Good God, y'all! I'm sorry, caffeine hadn't kicked in. 3:26 Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Race Week to the public. Get ready. Get it all ready. Turn on your, whatever Google calls the form autofill. Turn that on. Get it ready and just be on the button because you do not want to miss Race Week. It's going to be crazy. Drag Week is already sold out. Race Week is 2 weeks before that. You don't want to miss it. You want to be involved in Race Week, and it's in the center of the country, so that's a big plus. Let's see. Yeah, coffee. I drink Mio Energies, and like I said, I woke up at 7:20, threw some clothes on, came out here, turned the heaters on, and got to it. So I haven't been up very long, and it's 8 o'clock, 8:03. I got to get to work. There is a new segment. It's called In the Lanes with Michael Narks. Jacoby Betts will be our first person that will be on it. It's going to replace the Quick 16 that I did with Craig Douglas. It'll be something 10, 15 minute. I basically want to be able to jump in. It allows me to bring you guys even more content. A 2-hour live stream is really hard without doing this full time, which obviously I can't. I got a wife, kids, all the life stuff that goes along with being an adult. If we can find a big sponsor for Daily Dose, we can do that. But that comes in time. We've got to show that we can prove all this stuff. Short interviews. Jacoby Betts is first. Him and I are working at a time. Probably tomorrow. It'll allow me to jump on, and then I can go back and edit it, cut it down, give you guys the meat. 10 or 15 minute interviews. I would think 15 minutes at the most. Let's see. I'm going to go another 3 or 4 minutes. Anybody have any questions or anything like that? I want to flip back up to the list stuff and talk about some of the Billy Gebhardt stuff that's coming. Billy has all of the racers from the beginning of time for Hot Rod Drag Week. So today we're dropping the modified NA, naturally aspirated, #1 car of all time, 2016. Brad Dyer and 72 Nova. We got Matt Bryson, 2017. These guys are running like high 8s. Let's see. Let's run through the 8-second cars. We've got 2021 Phil Tobin, Jay Brown, 2015 modified, 2017 modified is Terry Miller. It's pretty cool. Modified Power Adder. I'm not going to run through all the 8-second, but we'll run through 7-second cars because, obviously. So Michael Borgren in the Volvo wagon took the #1 spot 2021. 2017 is Dan Seitz with a 7.6. Rick Prospero, 771. 2016. 2013 is Todd Mashmeyer. Last 7-second car is Giovanni Castillo in his Supra for the 2018 with the 7.9. 2018 modified Power Adder. Pro Street, Mr. Glenn Hunter in Power Adder. I thought Glenn's car, maybe I'm looking at a different car. I thought Glenn's car was NA. Maybe it's not. Anyways, Les Smith, 7.6 for 2018. 2016 is Mike Roy. 2018 is Troy Lacrone. Craig Grosvenor, 2018. And then, there's several 7-second cars in Power Adder. There's 2 8-second cars in Pro Street. 2017 is James McIntyre, and then Eddie Miller takes the second 8-second spot in 2013 Pro Street NA. That's what I like about the list. It's cool. There's a ton of stuff there. All right, no questions. Cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me in the time that I've been rambling here the last little bit. My brain is wore out. 23 minutes. It's way too long. I should have cut it down some more. But there was so much stuff that had to go on. All right, guys.